Value-added tax description. Value-added tax or VAT is a form of sales tax. It is a tax on consumption levied on sale, barter, exchange, or lease of goods or properties and services in the Philippines and on importation of goods into the Philippines. It is an indirect tax which may be shifted or passed on to the buyer, transfer, or lessee of goods, properties, or services who are required to file a VAT returns. Any person or entity who, in the course of his trade or business, sells, barters, exchanges, leases goods or properties, and renders services subject to VAT if the aggregate amount of actual gross sales or receipts exceed 3 million pesos. Another is a person required to register as VAT taxpayer but failed to register. And last is any person, whether or not made in the course of his trade or business, who imports goods. Now, you might ask when to file. The filing of BIR Form number 2550Q and the payment of the VAT must be made within the period provided under the tax code, which is within the 25 days following the close of each taxable quarter.
How? Under BIR Form 2550Q, we have to fill up BIR Form 2550Q in triplicate copies. 2 copies for the BIR and 1 copy for the taxpayer. If there is payment, first we have to file the quarterly VAT declaration together with the required attachments and pay the VAT due thereon with any authorized agent bank under the jurisdiction of the Revenue District Office or Large Taxpayers District Office where the taxpayer is registered. Second, we have to accomplish and submit BIR prescribed deposit slip which the bank teller shall machine validate as evidence that the payment was received by the authorized agent bank. The authorized agent bank receiving the tax return shall stamp mark the word received on the return and machine validate the return as proof of filing the return and payment of the tax. Third, in places where there are no authorized agent banks, file the quarterly VAT declaration together with the required attachments and pay the VAT due with the revenue collection officer. And lastly, the revenue collection officer shall issue a revenue official receipt upon payment of the tax. If there is no payment, file the quarterly VAT return together with the required attachments with the Revenue District Office or the Large Taxpayers District Office or the Large Taxpayers Assistance Division. Other necessary details. Under BIR Form 2550Q, the documentary requirements are as follows. First, duly issued certificate of creditable VAT withheld at source or BIR Form 2307 if applicable. Second, summary alpha list of withholding agents of income payments subjected to withholding tax at source if applicable. Third, duly approved tax debit memo if applicable. Fourth, duly approved tax credit certificate if applicable. Fifth, previously filed return of proof of payment for amended return. And lastly is authorization letter if the return is filed by authorized representative. Reminders: only one consolidated quarterly VAT declaration or return shall be filed covering the results of operation of the head office as well as the branches for all lines of business subject to VAT. Second, the quarterly summary lists of sales and purchases shall be submitted in compact disc recordable following the format provided under Section 4114-3G of RR number 16-2005 as amended by RR number 1-2012. And lastly, the quarterly summary lists of sales and purchases shall be submitted through electronic filing facility for taxpayers under the jurisdiction of the Large Taxpayer Service and those enrolled under EFPS.
Now that you know what's the functionality and gist of the value-added tax declaration, let me demonstrate to you on how to fill up forms concerning the topic.
Important things to remember in filing 2550Q Quarterly Value-Added Tax Return. 1. Calendar year. 2. Quarterly payment. 3. Return period to months covered. 4. TIN number. 5. RDO code. 6. Line of business. 7. Full name or company name. 8. Contact number. 9. Address. 10. Zip code. 11. Click number. Sample problem. Abraham Lacerda filed his quarterly value-added tax return for the calendar year. The additional details are as follows. 1. Address, which is by City Leyte. 2. Year ended June 2020. 3. Second quarter. 4. From April 2020 to June 2020. 5. Identification number 310-179-022-000. 6. Revenue District Office 089. 7. Zip code 6521. Last part. As of January 13, 2023, the BIR released Revenue Memorandum Circular Number 5, 2023, which provided that beginning January 1, 2023, the VAT-registered taxpayers are no longer required to file the monthly value-added tax declaration, but will instead file the corresponding quarterly value-added tax return within 25 days following the close of each taxable quarter when the transaction transpired.
Under BIR Form 2550M, the tax code now mandates the filing of VAT returns and payment of the corresponding VAT liabilities on a quarterly basis. VAT-registered persons may continue to file and pay the VAT on a monthly basis and still use BIR Form number 2550M. The procedures and guidelines set forth in the Revenue Regulation numbers 16-2005 and 6-2014, Revenue Memorandum Circular number 68-2005, and other related revenue issuances regarding the use of BIR Form number 2550M shall continue to apply.